We're in a terrible, very congested area. Why are we hauling? Same thing. Now you're gonna run. Alright, so we're riding through here. Good space cushion, good staggering. Okay. Side of the vehicle, 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 side of the vehicle. Good job with the progressive brake pressure and slowing down and adapting. Now, it's freaky, it's scary, but you did it. You did good. He's cussing the whole time, so it's probably there. Good job. This happens. So here's the thing. We're not going to spend time on this one. So 50 kilometers an hour. I saw that. All right, so we're riding around here, and we have intersections. So how do you know it's an intersection coming up? Now, I know there's some markings on the ground like that. I believe that is pretty indicative that there's something coming up coming up ahead. Let me know what that means too. It says this is Germany. Okay, so let me know what these slash lines in the no overtaking. Okay, that means no overtaking for that stuff. But you see, real quick, so the things that are universal, you see how I'm trying to figure out what these lines mean, what the side-by-side car means. Like, what do these things mean? It's like, well, it could be different for every country. And I wanted to make that a point. Now, one thing that you can't change country to country is look at the side of the vehicle. That is universal. That is universal telling you intersection. You don't need a sign. If there's no cars moving, then yeah, you might need a sign. But if you see that right there, that's telling you that there's an intersection, possible path to travel. These are universal patterns. Universal patterns that I want you to get in your head. So that means that there's a possibility somebody else will do that in front of you. So what do we do when we see the side of the vehicle? We go into orange stage. Okay, specifically identify a hazardous situation, perceive the threat, ready to act. Grab yourself a donut, by the way, guys. Come on, it smells good. So if we see that, we go into orange stage, we're prepped and ready, we have our hands over the brakes, we're finding our escape routes, we're trying to figure things out, maybe even slowing it down a little bit so we get a little bit of weight on the front tire. Not a lot of it, but just a little bit, some engine braking, not a big deal. When we see that vehicle start coming out on the far right, starting to come out, it's not slowing down. We recognize it here. He said, whoa, he starts honking from right here. We see brake lights right there. We are starting to do it. So we perceived, we're reacting right now. We're doing really well. And now we just need to slow down enough. We need our total stopping distance to be good. That's their total stopping distance. We need to be able to slow down enough to allow the vehicle to go, and then we can go. This person is going to have a tougher time, but they did a great job. I like it. This is a good example. We didn't panic. You can say whatever you want to say. You can say, whoa. You can be like, whoa. You can do all that. But as long as we don't panic with our hands and our feet and our body, okay, we can't slam the brakes. We can't swerve like crazy. We can't freak out, okay? You got to do what we're trained to do. Practice. Train like your life depends on it. Go to Motorcycle Training Concepts YouTube channel. We have a lot of training there. That would have given me check my pantalones on that one. All right, here we go. Treading Moto. All right, side of the we're going to get a merging issue right here. He had his indicator on. He stayed in the blind spot. There was a pattern there. The taxi was slowing down. Big, long line, open lane for us. Big pattern there. We're going to go ahead and talk about that real quick. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this one. So take a look at this. Blind spot. Lots of cars stacked. This lane is moving faster. This car is going to want to go in there. There was indication also. Pretty simple. Take a look. Pattern. Easy. The best way to handle this is just stay staggered with cars too, not just motorcyclists.
Să nu te uiți. Mi dai înainte.
Everyone wants to switch over. Yep. All right, roundabouts, orange stage. Watch out for sides of the vehicle. Side of the vehicle right there, right? The van to your right, van to your right, van to your right. Just zipper merge. It's much easier just to allow people to go and then you go behind them. Much easier to do that.
This is one of the most annoying situations for any biker, meaning not keeping a safe distance.
And then we got somebody right behind him. That would annoy me too, but once they did that, I'd be okay. I wish they would never do that. Okay, it's like, yeah. Okay, now I'm annoyed. It's like, no, I get to go. The main thing is just trying to stay safe. So if I'm not hurt, it's okay. But you do kind of need to tell them, hey, don't do that. It's another side of the vehicle right there. There's just terrible driving going on here. Terrible driving, but he's doing okay. But the main thing is you just need to not get upset by it, because then you start seeing it all the time. If you're able to negotiate these things and have a good mood about it and treat it like almost like a video game and you're leveling up, this person right here is probably a really good rider just because they've been in the ring for so long, if that makes any sense to you guys. They're getting so many different life examples and life experiences to make them a better rider. Treat it like those are training sessions. We got another thing happening here. Anybody going to come into our lane? Good space cushion right here. You got a pedestrian running across, not paying attention. Not paying attention. Good job on the braking. You see what I mean, though? They got a lot of experience just because they have a lot of dumb experiences going on. Real estate biker. Okay, so here we go. Decent space. We're in the blind spot. We're in the blind spot. Okay, we're going to get boxed in right here. Blind spot. Good job braking a little bit. A little bit of a panic. Close calls. You don't need to honk the horn like that the whole time. It's kind of obnoxious. Alright, so moving on. Anyways, whatever. Views of the sunny. Here we go. Side of the vehicles. Okay, pedestrian. DumDum pedestrian. Non-issue. Really? Non-issue. Move on.
From the side, how unnecessary and unwise it's to show your anger issues on the road.
Very good job on him for not being way up there. Very inappropriate dumb drivers. Able to navigate around that pretty well. Let's take a quick look at how bad that could have been.
Unnecessary and unwise it's to show your anger issues on the road.
So this truck is definitely in the wrong. They decided to like, hey, I found a spot. I'm going to go through it, and decided to go around this truck because it's too slow for him. So this guy right here in the Chevy is a dum-dum. You almost got me. I almost said it. He's a dum-dum. All right. Thankfully, this motorcycle rider wasn't up there, right? Come on, new riders. If you want to know how to ride effectively and smart, make sure you grab the SMARTRIDER Basic Training ebook. I talk about how to plan your ride, what the SMARTRIDER principles are all about, the color code chart, what patterns to look for, how to rescue another rider. Anyways, you got to just check it out. Make sure you click the link in the description. There's a discount code. It's the cheapest it's ever going to be. Only 500 people are going to be able to get the code. So make sure you grab yours now. All right, let's get back into the video. Benjamin got himself an ebook. Yeah. Oh, watch out for the area. We're in a terrible, very congested area. Why are we hauling ass? Same thing. Now you're going to... Raining. Are you trying to piss me off by finding this video for me? Oh my gosh. All right, so we're riding through here. This is going to be a highly congested area. It looks like a lot of people are parked, having a good time in... all the way to the left, probably down there in the residential area. But lots of people parked. If lots of people are parked, there's possibility of people walking to the cars, crossing the street, doing things like that. So you got to be careful with that. So we see already one vehicle coming. Okay, so maybe we should slow it down a little bit. This doesn't look like it's street legal. There's no speedometer. There's no mirrors. So he probably just got back from off-roading. So that means he probably doesn't have the best tires for the street. So think about that. So we don't have great braking frequency, right? We don't have very good braking when it comes to this. Now we have that side of the vehicle. That's that side of the vehicle I'm talking about, everybody. Woo-wee. Path of travel violation. Look, people are walking. Pedestrians. We got the biker coming in a little bit later. That's what I'm talking about. If you see a bunch of cars like this, I know it's common sense to a lot of you. I do know it. But the thing is, it's not common sense to everybody. Okay, common sense isn't very common. So the thing is, you start to see a bunch of vehicles kind of stacked up. Think of like a mall. Think of a parking lot, big parking lot, bunch of vehicles. You always know that there's pedestrians walking around. This is just a really terrible parking lot. And so you're going to have pedestrians walking around. If you're hauling ass, hopefully you can swerve and brake in time. But if you're on knobbies, not even good brakes, because we definitely don't have ABS on this off-road bike. We don't have the tools needed to really keep us safe. we have to keep our situational awareness. We have to keep our progressive braking. We have to be able to do whatever we can do with limited tools. Okay, so very, very, very bad. Very, very bad. Did a good job with the braking, lost a little traction. He's going to find that escape route, which was good because if he didn't, he would have went into the side of this vehicle. And then we're going to be going this way. Now we got this bicyclist having to swerve out of your way because you're kind of being a dum-dum. And now we're going to get back on the road. Just not an overall good situation. You should have been planning that a little bit better. Okay? Plan your ride. Position safety, locate hazards, adapt to hazards, and navigate threats. Whew. We talk about that in the ebook, by the way, which is on the website right now. Yeah. Side of the vehicle. Non-issue. All right, lots of traffic. Watch out for pedestrians. Watch out for people behind you. Oh, I hate this spot. Oh, lost traction. That's exactly what happened to that motorcycle rider, but it's in a car. All right, here we go. We're riding around. Bad kitty time. Remember, failure to negotiate curves. What do you think is going to happen here? You think we're going to have a failure to negotiate a curve? It's one of the most common motorcycle crashes. We're catching up to this person. This person looks pretty new. Somebody failed to negotiate a curve.
It was at this moment that he knew.
So here we are at the scene of the crash. I noticed there's a cameraman and 3 other dudes standing around, plus the dude who got off his ROM to help. I first think, why is no one picking up this Harley? This makes no sense at all. And then as I go, you've got the owner over here complaining about the guy who crashed his bike, taking pictures of it. The guy who crashed the bike, I don't even know how you pick up a bike like that. And this other guy who's trying to help grabbing the bike by the saddlebags, I literally pick it up by the 8 hangers entirely by myself. And they're over here crying about how to shut it off, how do I start this thing, what do I do? Like, it's probably a rental bike, let's be honest. Harley owners can't be this bad, can they? I mean, I'm just thinking, I've lifted my bikes up by myself. I've loaded my bikes into my truck by myself. What's going on here? Since when does it take 4 dudes to pick up a bike off the ground and get it out of the road on a blind turn? No one's concerned about the blind turn at all. Not a single person. They're just sitting here chatting away, having a great gay old time.
All right. So it was just mainly complaining about why nobody picked it up. So we're riding around right here, having a good time, and we come up to this. Now, this is an uncommon thing in a common situation. Now, it's like that person said, it's a very bad idea to leave a bike down like that around a blind curve, especially if you have people that can move it and nobody's hurt.
That he knew.
So this person actually went out to help. Now, this person right here has decided to just go. I'm going to go ahead and mute this so we don't have to hear it. So this person's going to be walking around. It's like, whatever, but there's riders that are going around this curve that could easily be hurt. So pick it up. If you're not hurt, pick it up and get it out of the way. Get out of the roadway. You're going to hurt somebody else. What's up, Josh? How you doing? So they're going over here. Look at big group of people. Killboy.com, probably the photographer for this corner. You see all those photographers for the dragon and all that stuff. They're going to sell you the pictures that look really good. That's their kind of their job and their hustle. And nobody's gonna do anything. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody's picking up this bike. Now it's showed that there's like a Harley owner and then the Harley rider. They're arguing with each other, just taking pictures. The bike owner and the dude riding the Harley right there. I don't really care about any of that stuff. I care about getting the bike up and out of the way for other riders to not get hurt. So when people are doing stuff like this, they only focus on what they know. Okay, so they only focus on, oh, it's my bike on the ground. I gotta take pictures. No, they're not concerned about the big picture, and that's the difference between a smart rider and somebody that's focused in on something. You're working on this situation, not working in the situation. A lot of these people are working in it. They're concerned about being in it. Be concerned about the overall picture, and think about some bad things that could happen if we leave it here. And that's what Bad Kitty's doing right now. It's like, get this crap out of here. Somebody's gonna get hurt. Somebody's gonna get hurt. And the reason why that they're able to do that versus these people are able to get this out of the way is because Bad Kitty wasn't a part of the situation. They were able to come upon the situation and witness the overall grand scheme of things. These people were in it and not wanting to do anything. So if you're ever in a situation, snap out of it. Get yourself off the road. Get yourself out of that situation. Think of it logically and objectively and do your job. Move with a purpose. It's a very, very dangerous situation just to have it right there. Very dangerous, very dumb. You just, like, get out of the way, dude. They treat it like it's their own private, like, driveway, like nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, Kitty did a good job.
If you liked today's video, make sure you click this video right here to keep watching more. But if you want to become a smart rider, click this and grab this Smart Rider Basic Training ebook. It's going to help you become a smart rider by planning your ride, rescuing other riders, knowing what patterns to look for, and so much more. Make sure you grab it. Link will be in the description also. I'll be seeing you around.